Hello, I'm Liviu Bălan and today I will show you how to manage anonymous user configuration on vsftpd in Ubuntu Server. So let's get started. First thing that I want you to know is that during this tutorial I will use my liviubalan.com-vagrant-ubuntu GitHub repository project. If you want to learn more about my project, you can check out the useful sections, the useful links here, and from this URL list, check out my github.com repository project. Also, if you want to learn more about this project, you can check out my YouTube channel and also my website liviubalan.com. Uh, Now, what I will show you next is connecting to my virtual machine, to a virtual machine which is up and running using Vagrant SSH. So I will type Vagrant SSH and hit the enter key. Now, the next thing that I will do is to edit using sudo vi the vsftpd.conf file located in /etc directory. So type sudo vi /etc/vsftpd.conf and here hit the enter key. This is a configuration file, and inside of this configuration file I will change the value of anonymous underscore enable option. So search for anonymous underscore enable and hit the enter key. This value I will change it from no to yes. And what you need to remember is that by default the vsftpd package is not configured to allow anonymous download. So change the value from no to yes. Save the changes using write and quit options, and here type the enter key. Now, in order to apply the changes, you will have to restart the vsftpd service. So, in order to do this, type sudo service vsftpd restart. Hit the enter key, and the next thing that I want you to remember is that by default, during the vsftpd installation, an FTP user is created with a home directory of /srv/ftp. If you want to convince yourself about this, all you have to do is to use vi and see what is inside of etc password file. Hit the enter key, and as you can see here, the last user created by the Linux operating system is at the FTP user, and the home directory is /srv/ftp. This is the default FTP directory. You will see in a moment what I'm trying to say here. Quit this file for now, and the next thing that I will do is to open FileZilla and here select File, Site Manager, and add a new site. In order to add a new site, I will press the new site button and I will copy and paste the name of the site, which is http.liviubalan.com FTP Anonymous. Hit enter. Again, if you want to learn more about what this host is representing and more, check out my github.com repository project. You will understand more what I am doing here. Okay, now for the host, I will use http.liviubalan.com. For the protocol, I will use FTP, meaning File Transfer Protocol. On the encryption, I will use plain FTP, and the logon type will be anonymous. Okay, let's click on the OK for now, and if I open again the connection tab by pressing this icon here, now if I hit the connect the connect button, you'll see that I'm connected to my virtual machine FTP server. Okay, the next thing that I want you to understand is that FileZilla is having here two different tabs or panel. This one here is the local site, meaning your current local operating system, and this one is the remote site, which in my case is my virtual machine, http.livybalan.com. Okay, um, let's create a file on the server in order to be able to download it from the server to my local operating system. As you can see here on the remote site, I'm having a slash, meaning the root of the FTP server. This is not the root of the remote operating system, meaning the slash. This in fact represents the slash srv slash ftp directory, which I've previously shown you. Okay, so in order to create a file on the remote operating system, I will use the touch command and I will create a file inside of srv slash ftp. Hit the enter key, and as you can see here, I am getting a permission denied info. Let's understand why this error is shown. If I use ls-l for the srv directory and hit the enter key, you will see that inside of this directory I'm having an FTP directory where I am trying to write the previous file, and here this directory is owned by the root user from the FTP group. So, in order to quick fix the problem, instead of using the touch command in order to create the file, I will use sudo, because this FTP directory is owned by the root user. So I will use sudo touch and then srv slash ftp slash file.txt. Hit the enter key, and now if I use ls-l for the srv slash ftp directory, you will see that the file.txt were created. Now if I go to FileZilla again and refresh the content here, I will have to see the file.txt file. In order to refresh the content in FileZilla, you have at least three options of doing it. The first one is to click on the FileZilla window and press the F5 key, and as you can see here, the file is shown. Another approach is to go on the view and here select the refresh option, or go to the panel, right click on it and choose the refresh option here. So these are at least three ways that you can use in order to refresh the content in FileZilla. Okay, now let's change my current local site to desktop. Okay, hit enter, and let's try to download the file that I've previously created. You see here that the file were successfully downloaded on my local operating system, and so let's try to upload info.txt file that I have here. So I will right click on it and choose upload, and as you can see here, I am getting an error from my FTP server 550 permission denied, critical file transfer error. This is because by default on anonymous mode you can download but you cannot upload. Okay, in order to fix the problem, let's see again what is inside of the srv directory. So I will use ls-l/srv, hit the enter key, and as you can see here, this directory FTP is owned by the user root from the FTP group, and the permissions here are this one. And as you can see, for the group and others, there is no writing permissions. So you may think yourself that maybe changing the permissions here to 777 on the FTP directory may fix the problem. So I will use sudo change mode 777 for srv FTP directory. If I will look again what FTP directory looks like now, the FTP directory is owned by the user root from the FTP group, but instead I am having the 777 rights. Let's see what is happening here now. In order to see the result, I will reconnect to my virtual machine using FTP. So click on this icon here and double click on the site name. Here, because I'm already connected, I have the option to open another tab or to abort the previous configuration and connect into the current tab. I will use the default as is and hit the OK button. Now, as you can see here, instead of my previous error, I am getting now a 500 error. Oops, vsftpd refusing to connect, writable root inside change root. Critical error, could not connect to server. Now, as you can see, I'm not only not able to upload files, but I am not able to connect to my virtual machine using FTP. So let's repair the problem by using the change mode command again to change the permission rights to 755 again. Use ls to see how the permission looks like now, and maybe you may ask yourself, let's change the owner from root FTP to FTP FTP, because the user that you are using here on FileZilla when you are connected to the virtual machine using FTP is the FTP user. So maybe a good idea is to change the FTP directory from the FTP from the root user to FTP. So let's use the change on to do this. Hit the enter key and reconnect to the virtual machine using FileZilla. Connect, OK, and as you can see here, I am having a critical error, and and the server is refusing to granting me the access to it. So let's restore the owner to root FTP again by using sudo change on root FTP to srv/ftp directory. Hit the enter key, and let's think to another approach. What I will do next is to create an upload directory inside of the home directory. In order to do this, I will use the make directory with the sudo rights, and I will create a directory named upload inside of my srv/ftp directory. Hit the enter key, And now if I use ls-l for srv ftp, you will see that inside of it I'm having the file.txt file which I've previously created, and also the upload directory which I've just created. Now if I go to FileZilla again, reconnect to my http.livybolan.com virtual machine, you will see that now I am able to see I am able to connect to the virtual machine, and let's refresh the content. As you can see here, I am able to see the upload directory, but if I go to user slash to the owner slash group column, you will see here 0 0. In order to fix this problem, I will use sudo change own command. So I will change the owner for srv/ftp/upload directory from root to FTP. Hit the enter key, and now if I refresh the content again, you will see that now user owner/group is having another value than 0 0. Now if I go inside of the upload directory and try to upload let's say info.txt again, you'll see that here I am having a 550 permission denied error, critical file transfer error. So in order to fix this problem, I will have to edit again vsftpd.conf file using sudo vi/atc/vsftpd.conf, hit the enter key, and here I will have to enable two options. The first one is the write enable here, and all I have to do is to remove the comments here. And as you can see here, from the comments of the configuration file, uncomment this to enable any form of FTP write command. Now, another configuration option that I have to enable is a non-upload enable. Let's search for it, and as you can see here, all I have to do is to uncomment this option also. As you can see from the comments here from the configuration file, this states that uncomment this to allow the anonymous FTP user to upload files. This only has an effect if the above global write enable is activated. So in order to apply this configuration option, you will have also to use write enable to yes. Also, you will obviously need to create a directory writable by the FTP user. This I've done previously when I've created the upload directory, and after this, as you saw, I've changed the owner to FTP user from the FTP group. Now, write and quit this configuration file, and in order to apply the changes, I will have to restart the vsftpd service by using sudo service vsftpd restart. Hit the enter key, and now if I reconnect to my virtual machine and go to the upload directory, go to info.txt, right click on it and upload, you will see here that I am able to also upload info.txt file to my virtual machine server using an anonymous user. Now, if you want to change the default anonymous user location, simply create a directory in another location and change the FTP user's home directory. So, in order to do this, I will create a directory using sudo makedir to srv/ftp anonymous. Okay, and then I will use sudo user mode with the d option /srv/ftp-anonymous, which is the directory that I've previously created, and then the FTP user. The D option is the user's new login directory. Now, if I hit the enter key, and after this I use vi to see what is inside of my etc password file, you will see now that for the FTP user, the home directory is /srv/ftp-anonymous. Okay, let's create a file inside of the previously created directory using sudo touch /srv/ftp-anonymous/file-anonymous.txt and hit the enter key. Now, in order to apply the changes, I will have to restart the vsftpd service using sudo service vsftpd restart and hit the enter key. Now, if I reconnect to my virtual machine using FileZilla, you will see now, after right click on my tab and choose the refresh option, that now I am seeing only file-anonymous.txt, which I've previously created. So this is how to manage anonymous user configuration on vsftpd in Ubuntu Server. If you want to learn more about Ubuntu, about FTP, you can check out my tutorials on YouTube and also visit my website liviubalan.com. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.